Hey everyone! Today I'm doing a get to know me video. Why does this accent keep slipping up? They're going to be very vague questions and answers because you can't really get to know a person unless you're friends with them. I have 11 questions and you'll be getting 11 answers. So my first question is, what's my nickname? Well, my nickname is Cat. I go by Cat. I respond to that name. The only person who calls me Caitlin, which is my birth name, is my mother and my grandma. They're the only people that call me that name. And Cat is spelled K-A-T-T, not C-A-T or K-A-T, K-A-T-T. How old are you? I am 20 years old. My birthday is September 20th, 1999. Yeah, I guess you could say I'm pretty old because I was one of the last few people born in the 1900s. So that means this year, on September 20th, I will be 21. Isn't it great to have your 21st birthday in quarantine, right? So, because my birthday is in September, that means I'm a Virgo. I don't know what this stars and moon align and your star sign and all that stuff is. I have no idea. How tall are you? I am 5'2", most days. Sometimes I'm 5'3". I was 5'3" for a little bit, a few months I was 5'3", but then somehow I'm back to 5'2", which I'm fine with. I'm comfortable with being 5'2". When I was 5'3", I didn't really feel like myself. So I'm glad I'm 5'2". I like being 5'2". Are you in a relationship? Yes, I am in a relationship with a beautiful child named Wyatt. He is awesome. He's motivating, he's dedicated, he's charming, he's sweet, his hands are soft. He's really kind, and he's very clean, and he is makes my heart very warm, and all these things, and we have been together for over a year, so that's very cool. Do you have any kids? I do have a child. Let me bring him over here. He's crying in the other room. I'll be right back. This is my child. His name is Jonah. He doesn't really like to be held, but I can pick him up long enough to move him somewhere. So I moved him right here so y'all can see him. Like I said, his name is Jonah. He is 2 years old. He turned 2 on the 3rd week of May, but his second birthday party won't be until August 12th of this year. So that's coming up pretty soon. Let me cover his ears. I already have one of his treats, or one of his birthday toys. He's seen it, but I'm sure he'll forget. I got him a bungalow, the large bungalow. So that should be very exciting, and I'm probably gonna make him some homemade treats for his birthday. But yeah, that is my child. That is my child. Isn't he so cute? Where do I live? I live in Central Texas. My hometown is Round Rock, Texas. I grew up there and lived there for 20 years. And then in May, we moved to this current city I live in. And honestly, I like it so much more. There's you can get on the road and see trees. It's really nice. I really like living here so far. I'm away from everyone. It's just kind of me, my boyfriend, my mom, and my grandma, and Jonah. So, I like it a lot. And I like being able to go out and not know where anything is. It's really refreshing to be living in a new place, especially since eventually I want to get out of Texas and maybe move to a different state because I'm so tired of being in Texas. But then, if I move out of Texas, where am I going to shop? All I know is H-E-B. What milk am I going to get? He sat down. What is my favorite color? Well, my main favorite color, my #1 all-time favorite color is baby blue or pastel blue. They look similar to me. I just kind of go for a light blue. Like this blue, that's a really nice blue. Pretty much everything I have is blue or white or pink. Pink is my second favorite color, and then I guess white is my third favorite color. Do you have any future plans? I have several future plans. I'm not one of those people that just kind of wings it. I like to plan my life so I know that I accomplish things when I should, and so I can basically just have like a relaxing, chill life. Well, my first main goal is to be a homeowner by 25. I want to have a small home. First, I wanted a tiny home, but then I met Wyatt, and then I realized that a tiny home is probably too small, so now we've upgraded to a small home on the floor. We decided we're not going to do it on wheels, we're going to do it on a foundation. So a small home, maybe 1,000 square feet or less, and because we want to have 3 rooms, one for our room, one for his room, and then one for my room, so he can have his gaming room and I can have my arts and crafts room or whatever, and then we can have a mutual living room and a mutual kitchen. Obviously we're not gonna have separate kitchens, that'd be weird, but yeah, he said he wants to do the kitchen, so he's gonna do the kitchen, and then he said we can't get like a blue couch or pink couch, but we'll see about that. I'd like to build my own house, or our own house, have it all paid for before I'm 25, but realistically I could probably have it built before 25. And then after we have our house, I would like to start my rabbit rescue, which is my career path goal. This is where I'm starting on YouTube, is the kind of going to be like the foundation, the starter portion of the rabbit rescue business. So on here I plan to grow a following, and then open a shop, and then I can do orders and ship those to you guys. Once Wyatt and I get our own place, we can move in there. I can start fostering rabbits, rehabilitating them, and then setting up a little adoption process, running that from my home as well as doing the shop. And then I plan to, once our house is paid off, I can open a rabbit rescue building, so I could take in more rabbits and then have a in-store shop instead of an online shop. It would just be better for the rabbits, and I guess better for the community, so they could come in and see my rabbit rescue. But yeah, those are my plans for now. They just recently changed. I went from being a sign language interpreter / Spanish interpreter to a rabbit rescue owner, rehabilitator, foster. So yeah, those are my plans. Sorry, Jonah. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, I got big goals before 25, but the rabbit rescue will definitely happen before I'm 30, and I don't really know what I'm doing after 30, but I do know what I'm doing up until I'm 30. Kids aren't in the plan. Not in the plan. I've never really been fond of children. That's why I have a rabbit. And he's so cute. Do you have any regrets? I do have regrets. My biggest regret is when I was 12, I purchased. I hate it because when you get a rabbit from a store, it's called you bought them. So I hate that. But yeah, I got Oreo from a pet store that was like family owned, but turns out they weren't really that great. And so Wyatt didn't get a job there because I roasted the lady over there because she was going to give the rabbits a bath because they had fleas, and the other rabbit was blind and they didn't want to do anything about it, and so that irked me. And I roasted the lady, and I informed her nicely that rabbits can't get baths because they can't moderate their body temperatures, and if they get water in their ears they can get an ear infection and all this stuff. And she was like, well duh, I'm not gonna get the soap in their ears. And my face got bright red, and Wyatt was standing right next to her, and I was literally about to throw hands and take these rabbits and start bawling my eyes out and drive away because I'm not good with social interaction, but the lady made me so angry. Anyway, that's the place I got Oreo from. That happened a few years after. That happened after Oreo had passed away. But, and it's like typical pet store. It's like family owned, you know, so they have the cages. They don't know much. It's ran by freaking teenagers. They don't know what they're doing. They're just here to get their money and leave. So, yeah, that's why I don't support pet stores unless you absolutely have to. Or, I want to rephrase that. Support pet stores that sell supplies. Don't support pet stores that sell animals, because that's not okay. Especially if you've seen like the PETA videos where they do the in-depth documentary about PetSmart or Petco and Sun City in Florida or something like that. Basically, like a rabbit. I'm sorry, I'm always talking about rabbits. Basically, an animal dies, and they send the dead body back to Florida so they can get money for it because it was defective. But yeah, my biggest regret is not giving Oreo the proper life he deserved, because he deserved so much more. He was such a wholesome rabbit. And I never got him neutered. I did all the mistakes. And also, I was a kid. Like, I was 12 to 18, 6 years. I had him for 6 years, and I had been learning about rabbits, but the only channel I really knew of was 101 Rabbits and Lennon the Bunny. And at the time, I was hanging out with people I probably shouldn't have and doing things I shouldn't have, and I was, whoa, did you hear that voice shake? I basically have a lot of regrets where I wasn't home because I chose to do other things, and Oreo paid the price for it. You know, if you neglect your rabbit, they're gonna get sick probably. They're not gonna be as happy as they would if you give them the proper enclosure or free roaming ability and all this stuff. So Oreo was in a 5 foot by 3 foot by 4.5 feet condo, and it was still too small. It was 3 levels. It was way too small. He had a whole room to himself. I could have just you know, protected the baseboards and stuff, got him neutered, and he would have lived a lot longer. I could have given him water bowls from a young age, but I was 12. I didn't know. That's why rabbits are not good starter pets or pets for children at all. They're not good pets for children or irresponsible people. It doesn't matter. I don't care if you're 30, especially if you don't have the time for it. Yeah, that's another video. But yeah, that's my biggest regret, is not giving Oreo all of the love and attention and care that he needed, because at the time I would have gone out and do other things. And I didn't move him in my room like I did with Jonah and let him free roam, because I never got him neutered, and I just let him stay in the condo all the time. So yeah, that's rough. So Oreo is the reason why I'm doing everything right with Jonah. Jonah is literally living a life, except I do wish my room was bigger so he would have more room to run, because he can only like actually zoom like for a while when I have the door open, and he can run down the hallway because he doesn't like being downstairs because it's all tile. Even the vet told me yesterday, because I took him to the vet yesterday, he said there's nothing else you can do. Of course he doesn't know like how I treat him here at home pretty much, but he knows that he's healthy and everything, and I take him to the vet every 6 months and all this stuff. But yeah, that's my biggest regret. But Oreo is also the reason why I want to dedicate my life to rabbits and open this rabbit rescue and give people information and educate them on proper rabbit housing, nutrition, and all this stuff. So, and hopefully give them supplies soon. But it's all very hard because I am not a people person, and I get very nervous talking to people. So, I don't know. We'll see. 11. What is your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show right now, the one that I've been binge watching all the time, is Dexter. I know I'm really late to the game, but Wyatt introduced me to Dexter. We were supposed to watch it together, but he wanted to go play Fortnite, and I wanted to watch Dexter, so I started watching it by myself, and now I'm on season 4, episode 1. I like it. It's really cool. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. I didn't like Dexter at first when I started watching it a few years ago, because I was like, oh, it's another cop movie about governments, and I hate movies about governments, especially like natural disaster movies where it's like tsunami back in the NASA database or whatever, and they're over there in their little room with all their computers and that big monitor screen up there projecting when the next tide's gonna hit and all that stuff, and they're like, code blue, or whatever. I was like, it's so boring. I was like, I just want to watch the buildings fall over. But it's totally not like that. It's not like that at all. It's very like action-packed and very like leaves you on the edge of your seat. I swear, if it was on like cable if they were still airing episodes. I don't think I'd be able to watch it, but now that I can binge watch it, I'm like, yes. Ooh, Wyatt and I also watched all 9 seasons of The Walking Dead, and that was really good. Definitely same thing with Dexter. Like, if it was on cable, I wouldn't be able to watch it. Like, this is way too long. I already forgot what happened, because I started watching it when it came out in like 2011 or something with my mom, and then we stopped watching it in like 2015 or 16 or 17 or something, just because I was like, this is way too long. And honestly, I think after The Governor, the show went downhill. But then somehow it picked back up when I started binge watching it with Wyatt. And then after, and then Rick left and he like disappeared, and I was like, what the heck? And so I have no idea. I have mixed feelings about The Walking Dead. But another show I binge watched this year was The Secret Life of the American Teenager. And that show gave me a massive headache, and it made me feel really anxious and angry because all these kids are stupid. They're like, ooh, I did the do and now my dad's dead. And they're like, Mom, how can you be pregnant at your age? And then the ending sucked. The ending was absolutely terrible. Anyway, that show was stupid, but I don't regret watching it. I don't. But yeah, those are all the questions for the Get to Know Me. And if you have any more questions, I'll just comment my answer back in the comments. My next video is going to be Rabbit Do's and Don'ts Part 1. And yeah, deuces. I'll see you later.